So I'm watching Above Majestic, bro. I watched this shit, bro. It took me like 2-3 days to watch because I had to pause it because I don't want to just have it like, you know how you watching something and you just letting it play and you're not paying attention. It's one of them where you paying attention the whole, every minute. So the minute you're not paying attention to, you got to pause it and come back to it, you know? So I'm at 2 minutes and 6 seconds, so 7 minutes left. I basically finished it. Not now, but bro, they said that there's a galactic federation prison system. And the motherfuckers on the moon, there's human avatar suits on the moon in pods. One of the guys said a lady told her she was trying to get to the pod. They were trying to get close to the pod. They go to the pod, open the pod, see it's a human suit in there. And when all that gas and shit come up, them 2 people die. And he was able to get away because he's still by the door, like by the bunker door to let them into the bunker. Let's just say they walk into the bunker and there's a bunch of tube castles like on some Matrix shit. And it's a human in the thing plugged up. So I'm thinking like when he told me that, I'm like, oh, so the clones are coming from the fucking moon. So the clones are coming from the moon. And when they tell you about that light code lockdown shit, or the, don't look at the light, or when you die, don't go to the light, turn around, with all that shit, it got me thinking of that's how they trap your soul and throw it into the human body. Your human avatar suit. But it's like a simulation thing. So that's your suit. Even though you coming back as a baby, your suit is already made type shit. But then I'm thinking like, what if they send in clone species here too? Because when you look at the orphan train kids and the orphan train babies, they look like grown ass men in baby bodies, in kid bodies. Go look at the orphan train kids. Then when you look at the early Americas, before there was a war that was happening, right? I was listening to Rod Hayes the other day. He was talking about the pyramid wars that happened. See, now I'm starting to like, I'm finally putting this shit all together. I finally could put all this shit together because you got to look at different pieces. I'm 25 now, you know, and I've been studying like occult and hidden sciences and hidden cultures and hidden fucking basically civilization, everything hidden. I've been studying this shit for the past 6 years attentively, you know. Before I always had just nips and buds and pieces that my dad told me. White man came out of Petri dish and the white image of Christ named Caesar Borgia and the second son of Pope Alexander. Like I grew up on all that shit and the NOI shit and what's 1 through 9, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, power. Like, I grew up on all that, right? But here's the thing, right? Rod Hayes was talking about the pyramid war. So if there was pyramid wars, or if there was an anti-tech war, or the mud flood, Tartar, the reset, whatever, it's just different names for the same shit, or the biblical, what it's called, it's all the same shit. A reset happened, right? So after this reset happened, all of the cities in America were buried under the ground, and they was digging that shit out, right? So I gotta go left real quick. I seen a video of a dude talking about the Chrysler Tartarian building, right? It's a building called the Chrysler building in New York. Bro, I think it's in New York, right? The Chrysler building. Bro, there's a fucking Negro. When you walk in the building, there's a Negro, a Negro with no shirt on, with his back turned to the wall, painted on the wall on the fucking Grand Tartarian structure with his back, showing his back, like basically like he holding the building up, like with his back. And I'm like, and dude that shout out Thoth Anunnaki, was like, they fucked up. I'm like, yo, they fucked up with that. They fucked up with that because I gotta go put feet on land and go to that building. Chrysler. My bad, my lips all closed. Chrysler building. I'm looking this up right now. Building, no pause. Yeah, it's in New York. They got one in Detroit too. But yeah, that shit's in New York. I gotta see if it's open to the public. I gotta get in that bitch. Yo, man. The truth is stranger than fiction. So they're harvesting humans and energy, and our government sold us out. This nigga said that they took some type of BART tram train UFO. It's like a BART tram trolley that turns into some type of UFO. They took that shit to the moon, bro. So they fly that shit, so they go to the moon. But it's just not the shit you seeing. They're going to the fucking moon, and they have a base on the moon. This is what they're saying on Above Majestic, right? They have a base and they're going to the fucking moon, and they cut a deal with some type of Archon extraterrestrial that's not for us. But it's like, where is the ETs that's for us? But they're saying when you go to the moon, when you first go there, you go on a tram trolley car and you go there on a train on that vehicle, and it goes there, but you're warping through all these shits. But your what is called your vernacular, your vis. I forgot what it's called, something with a V, or fast skill. Someone with your energetic etheric body and your sound and your light, like if you go on a plane, you gotta like pop your ears. You know what I'm saying? So they got it that science to where when you on that, your ears don't pop. You're not feeling no type of fatigue of you going light speed. So they have that tech unlocked. He's saying the kid, basically this guy saying like they picked him up from his house in the middle of the night before he was 18. He was 16 when this happened. And they took him to the army base. And from the army base, that's where you load into this shit. So anybody, parents that's in military and stuff like that, they're not going to get somebody like me, or they're not going to get the average person. They're going to get people that's in military, kids that's in military, or people from broken homes. That's who's going to be going through shit like this. And I guarantee you, like, you got to think about what the fuck was happening before anybody could just post on social media, look what happened, or anybody was looking for these things. There's a lot of things that went untalked about, unnoticed. So this would make me like realize that there's shit on this earth that's bigger than humans, and there's shit on this earth that understand how humans are to the T, right? We know that because somebody put a heart in us and all this shit beyond all this clothes and shit. Somebody put a heart in us, eyes, nose, ears. Me able to say a frequency. I'm speaking in frequency. I'm speaking in tones in English. I don't have the best English, even though I was born in America. It's not my native tongue. I know it's not my native tongue. It's not because I just don't read more. It's because I'm supposed to be speaking a different language. I'm supposed to be speaking like that. To be honest, I'm supposed to be speaking in tongues and shit. So English slow us down because of how you gotta pronounce every single word anyway. Only robots can speak English all clear and pristine. You gotta be a fucking clone to just speak English. The Chrysler building is 1,046 foot tall Art Deco skyscraper. Do you see how that shit sounds? This shit sounds garbage. It's supposed to be like the crystal. Like, that's why when you hear other languages, it's a flow state. It's like a rhyme. Why you think niggas in America rap? Why you think we all be rapping? We some rapping ass niggas. Because we can rap better than we speak English. Facts. Came through the door. I said this before. They reset the land. I got an offbeat flow, so my English and my rap is crazy. So here's the thing though, right? They talk about on the planet, right? They talk about grays, reptilians, ETs. Roswell was a real event. After Roswell, they said anything that happened that's like this, that's real, you don't talk about it. Niggas scrub it. So that means after Roswell, which was the fucking 40s, Hitler was still alive, nigga. Then these niggas sent 6 fleet of UFOs over the Washington, D.C. monument in the 50s to Washington, D.C. Niggas thinking, oh, that's aliens. That was Hitler and them. Hitler made a pact with the fucking reptilians, bro. And they was sending reptilians in Antarctica. But they saying, they say, oh, Hitler was trying to get rid of Jews and all that. But you don't know what regiment Hitler was going to bring either. But Hitler knew the truth about shit, right? But how we know Hitler ain't just the cracker that sold the deal and sold out first? Why was he obsessed with a blue-eyed species of people when he wasn't blue eyes at all? Who was he talking to, bro? So, like, somebody sold out humans. So that's why they able to kidnap us. That's why all these rituals happen. That's why the pedophilia shit happen. That's why all these agendas be happening. Because we got sold the fuck out as a human species. Because why else is they killing kid and eating kid and killing baby and eating baby heads and doing all this? Why they doing all this adrenochrome shit? Why you think they doing this shit? Because money or fame or power or just to be in a club? You got to think about why they essence of their spirit and soul will want to do this shit. Why would they want to push this shit on everybody? Why would they put fucking shit in the vaccine? Why would they put shit in the food that contain human? Why? You got to truly think about things, bro. Past a mundane level. Oh my God, it's fucked up what they did. Epstein. Oh, our government is my president's a pedophile. Niggas think that's deep. You think that's fucking deep, don't you? Dumbass bitch. I seen this bitch post this shit on Instagram. on Instagram, I'm a cute daddy, but in my head or when we link in conversation, I'm gonna be, and it was like a nigga screaming like, the president's a pedophile, which is a fact. We seen pictures of him. Bro, remember Trump was grabbing bitches by the pussy. People forget about that, right? But this freaky ass president is a bot. He doesn't control shit. So why the fuck is you screaming about that? Dumbass bitch. This shit deeper than that. Nigga, they eating kids. It's deeper than some weird fucking perversion of kids. That shit's fucked up too. But nigga, that, bro, you go to different parts of the world. In India, it's legal to marry a 9-year-old and shit. So don't even talk about that shit. Don't even talk about no fucking the president. Fuck the president. That nigga's a bot. They'll clap that nigga. You see they try to clap that nigga 3 times? Give a fuck. That nigga probably a clone. The real Donald Trump, that nigga probably gone. Of course, bro. Listen, on this video, I'm clearly just a crazy conspiracy man. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm oddly just believing too many conspiracies on the internet. We don't know anything. Because I want y'all to know this. Like, everything's being monitored now. Like, they probably got this video in, like, the FBI shit, and they just watch all my video. Like, they'll just put your shit up. You think you just you in your life, and every day, nigga, you getting watched on the scope. That's why I started doing social media. Because I'm like, they watching you anyway. But, here's the thing. They're being watched, too. So, you watching us, they watching you. Who watching them, right? But yeah, bro, that y'all gotta watch this documentary if you're ready to unplug again. I don't give a fuck if you know everything that they talking about in the documentary. You need to watch it. Because I'm thinking the same thing. I know all that shit they talking about. I ain't gonna lie, I got a different respect for David Wilcock now. Even though I still feel like he was a plant. Even though, I don't know if, that nigga did not kill himself. Hell no. Nah, not the way he was talking. Nah. But he might have, because it's too much shit probably was on his brain. But not the way he was talking. Nah, not on that document. The way he looked before he passed, maybe. But like around that time that documentary came out, 2018, if they would have said he killed himself 2018, I'd be like, nah, hell no. Fuck that. But I mean, 2018, if he knew all this shit and he killed himself in 2026, that's then 8 years later. Shit only got worse. So, or more information only got revealed. So you never know. He might have been on the spectrum. Like people saying they see the signs of him because he got schizophrenic. Like he always looked super in distress and shit. But hey, it's time to detox, man. I gotta take a shit. I'm gonna eat some fruit, man. I'm out.